southeastern Nigeria, April 2172. The first thing Onyi does every morning is take off her arm. Other war girls have gotten used to sleeping without their arms or their legs, but Onyi's phantom limb haunts her in her sleep. In her dreams, she has all her arms and legs and can run. She can run far and fast and away from whatever is chasing her. She can hold her rifle, and she can aim, and she can feel her face with all of her fingers. But then she'd wake up and try to touch her body with a right arm that wasn't there anymore. She never got accustomed to waking up without all of her body there. So now she sleeps with her arm attached, even though sometimes she accidentally crushes and bends some of the machinery, even though the sweat from her night terrors rusts some of the more delicate circuitry, even though she wakes every morning with the imprint of metal plates on her cheek. Which is why she gets up earlier than the rest of the camp and spends the quiet morning hours at her bedside station, oiling the gears and tinkering with the chips. In the darkness, the sparks from the metal as she works are the only light in her tent. Ifi sleeps through all of it. Onyi takes a moment to listen to Ifi snore. The birds outside have just started their chirping, but they're still quiet enough that Onyi can hear Ifi's patterns. 2 smooth snores, then a hiccup. Onyi's dreams are a blur of chaos and blood and screaming, flashes of gunfire, rain falling hard but never hard enough to wash the tears from her face. Ifi's face is serene in slumber, the tribal scars soft ridges on her cheeks. Her lips turn up at the edges. For almost her entire life, the child has only known peace. When Onyi finishes, she disconnects her arm from its station and places it against the spot where her shoulder ends. She'd left that battle long ago with the stump, but the doctors had had to cut away the rest of the arm because it had gotten infected. Now, there is only mesh wiring over the opening, so that her socket is more like a power outlet than anything else. Nanobots buzz out of the metal arm socket, trailing wires. The threading then attaches the metal to her flesh. Electricity shocks through her body, a small burst like scraping feet against carpet then touching a doorknob. Then she's able to flex her fingers. She tries out her elbow joints, bends the arm, swings it slowly back and forth, rotating the shoulder, then stretches and lets out a massive yawn. She waits until she's outside the tent to let out her gas. The world is green and wet with recent rain. The dew hasn't yet dried from the grass. Leaves bend on their tree branches overhead. Wind whips about her. Engines scream overhead, and Onyi looks up just in time to see aerial mechs, massive humanoid robots with green and white stripes painted on their shoulders, screech through the sky, as they've been doing for the past year. Shoulder cannons and thrusters attached to their compact bodies, state-of-the-art nav systems. Yet, they can't detect the rebel Biafran camp right under their noses. As long as the signal dampener they rigged to hide this outpost from the Nigerian authorities is up and running, they're safe. The government forces can't even see the rebel flag waving right below them. A blue background with half of a yellow sun at its bottom, golden rays radiating outward like lightning bolts. Onyi stretches her flesh and blood arm and shoulder, arches her back, and listens to the cracks ripple up her spine, then shakes herself loose. She's still wearing only her bedclothes, a compression bra and athletic shorts that stick to her in the heavy delta humidity. But it's comfortable enough for a morning run. She makes her usual circuit of the camp. First, she heads to the camp's periphery, past the school for the little ones, and one of the few auto body shelters, a place where faulty robotics can be tinkered with, where arms and legs can be made, where the girls can become augments, given limbs or organs more powerful than what they were born with. Sometimes it's a place where medical operations happen and people are given new eyes, or the bleeding in their brain is stopped and a brain case has to be installed. Onyi knows some of the others sneer at the place, like people only go there to come out less than human. But some of those who look sideways at the people working in there and getting worked on have never seen war. Half limbs only become half limbs because they're trying to make someone whole. An augment is not an ugly thing.